In the year of our Lord 2025, it is simply barbaric, Freddy Flintstone-esque, to not be using your AI minions to create your entire store. So in today's video, I'm going to break down how I created this entire product page and all of these image ads that I'm using to test this product with AI in a few minutes. Now I start every product the exact same way with a crispy, fresh new Google document that's ready to be populated with a bunch of reviews from the Amazon listing of my exact product. So I'm going to read about 100 plus reviews and move over the best lines I'm seeing over and over again. So when reading this first one as an example, so we can see the different use cases. I can use it while I'm on the couch, while watching TV. So it's good to know when to use it. The main thing is what's the desire she's going to get when she's using it. And as we can see right here, a gentle, relaxing massage and a more intense deep tissue treatment all in one with this massager. That's another line I would want to move over. And then another useful tidbit is as someone who spends long hours at a computer, because that's going to help us identify who our target audience is if we see that over and over again in the reviews. Now, once you read your reviews and your document starts looking longer than the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the next step you want to do is use my free market research ChatGPT prompt, which I'll link down below in this video. It's this one right here, which what you want to do is copy this entire thing and then populate all the reviews inside. So I've already done this inside of ChatGPT. Now the big thing here, use the deep research function because this is going to give you the juicy details and tidbits that you need to know about your target audience. But keep in mind, with ChatGPT and these tools, it's supposed to aid you, not be your entire foundation for your research. So when we did our own research, we found out that yes, in reviews, we saw a lot of people who were sitting at their desk all day, being the main target audience. And ChatGPT also confirmed that it believes as well the tech neck from people that look at screens all day is the main target audience. Now this prompt gives me all the essentials I need to know about my audience, from who they are to what value propositions actually matter to them and what are their pain points, their desired outcomes, etc. But what I want to do with this document is click on this link and we're going to download it as a PDF and start using Claude to do our AI copywriting. So as we can see, Claude is populating it right here, and this is my prompt. So I personally like to have a description that has 3 key sections. The first section talking about the problem, then transition into my product. The next section talking about use cases, and then the third section even more use cases and benefits. Then I like to wrap it up with some frequently asked questions to handle objections. Of course, a solid guarantee for trust. And then I wanted to write 10 authentic detailed customer reviews that I can also use to populate in my social proof sections. And this first draft is honestly gorgeous. I mean, look at this headline: finally relief from chronic neck pain. Now, when you're using these tools, typically I would say they get you 80-90% of the way there with the copy, but it's good to get more generations of key things like headlines just to see what other options you have. So that's what I'm gonna do right here by saying write 10 problem headlines and 10 benefit driven headlines. So again, that we have multiple options so we can choose the best one for our description. So we got experienced professional massage relief at home anytime without the expensive price tag. So again, you're gonna have to adjust these a little bit. Sometimes they're a little bit long. So I'm actually gonna tell Claude, keep each one of these to 8 words or less. Now, while Claude's hard at work doing all that, what I'm gonna do next is grab my Amazon link and we're gonna use another AI tool called Atlas to build our product page template. So all you have to do is just paste the Amazon link as you can see right here and click generate store. And when it comes to the generation right here, I'm usually gonna do cool glacier for the color presets. We are gonna click launch your store, and then bada bing, bada boom, it's gonna upload to your theme settings. So going back to Claude, we can see our different headlines. So professional massage relief without breaking the bank could be an option. We also had this headline, so freedom of cordless heat anytime, anywhere. But we could also just do professional massage relief anytime, anywhere as well. But going to the rest of it, Claude did an excellent job with the frequently asked questions of finding ones that I also saw in the Amazon reviews that are common questions. And then scrolling down, great guarantee. We're gonna have to shorten it down just a little bit though. And then of course you have to compare your product versus other ones when people are solution aware. And in this case, yes, people know there are other massagers out there. So we have to explain what makes ours different. But where Claude really shines is just how relatable the copy is when it's writing reviews. I mean, right here, I was spending $200 a month on chiropractic visits, but still dealing with neck pain. But after using this for a week, I noticed my tension headaches were going away, and et cetera, all the benefits. So it's just so solid. So really, I just have to choose the ones I like and then move them over to my image ads and my product page. Now, the next thing I want Claude to do is write some bullet point benefits, because on the top of the fold of my product page, I like to usually have 3 to 4 main ones. And we also need some for our image ads as well. So let's have some options. So after getting all that information from Claude, again, you need to be able to edit it a little bit so that it fits your style. And as you can see right here, I did melt away neck pain in 10 minutes. And then the rest of the copy, again, was all inspired through Claude and doing my own market research, especially the comparison chart as well, and the main key points to differentiate my product versus others. And then with the rest of the copy, the money back guarantee, I did shorten down. All these FAQ were main things that I saw from Claude that I just imported directly. And then again, these reviews too, super detailed. I did not write any of them. This was all AI. Now looking at the template Atlas made for us, it is incredible. We got all the bullet point benefits, which I personally love. Now there's a few things obviously you're gonna play around. Maybe you don't want a quantity selector and you put ka-ching or whatever offer app, but looking at the rest, we have a testimonial section at the top, which I love. above. We have an accordion menu, which you need to mention your shipping times and your money back guarantee. But just looking at the rest, we have so many sections, and obviously maybe not every section you want to have, so get rid of those. But we have all the key things like a comparison chart, which we're going to need, a review section highlighting the main ones, which we also need. This is a nice image right here to highlight different bullet point benefits in a very concise way for our audience. So I love sections like that. A risk-free guarantee, another great section to have. But again, maybe design-wise, you like it in a different style, and that's perfectly fine. And of course, the FAQ at the bottom. Now, personally, I also like to have my customer review app. So I personally use LAI, so I would add a product review section. But this template has everything you would need in a few clicks, and then you just have to edit it with the copy that you got generated from Claude. So now to wrap everything up, we need our custom product images. So I like to have a good hero image, a bullet point benefit image, and then a testimonial style image. Now there's really two ways you can create your product images in a few minutes. Now the first one is if you have the templates already available, like using a creative.os, then of course you can just put your headline copy, your product images, and then you have all these little assets already available. But if you don't, then what I would do is download the image from a brand you like that you want to recreate. Hop onto ChatGPT and have a prompt similar to this where it's just recreate this exact photo. And in this case, I wanted to have a male model wearing my massager. And then here's the copy I wanted to replace the original copy on that image. So let's just see real quick, what can ChatGPT whip up? And while that's generating, if you're wondering how I create my headlines for my image ads, I do a slightly different prompt where at the end I say make sure that these are 8 words or less and it's getting our audience's attention on an image ad. And as you can see right here, it's just giving me different options, and I really like these. Like deep relief anytime, anywhere you need. That's where I got that headline. Melt away tension with healing heat. I mean, there's a lot of great ideas that, again, you might have to just play around and customize it a little bit, but it's going to get you on the right path. And while that's uploading, as you can see right here, I uploaded a benefit image template that I love, put in my product, and then again, put in the same headline and then different benefits that can also be added to the image. Now, with the first generation, as you can see right here, it's really not bad whatsoever, except I'm not a big fan of the text style it chose. So I added a few tweaks, like make the image wider and also have arrows pointing to the product. So with the next generation, as you can see right here, really solid, good headline, good benefits, and the arrows are there. So this would be a solid option for your product images. So as you can see on the first generation of this image, it didn't include the badges I wanted on the bottom. So I told it to include the badges. And as you can see right here, this looks pretty solid, but again, missed the headline and the money back guarantee part was spelled a little wrong. So, you know, sometimes you gotta slap ChatGPT around and get it to do its job properly. But on the third generation, geez Louise, deep relief anytime, anywhere you need. And this is looking sexy as a hero image. So really the final step from here is creating your image ad. So same process, get a template you like. So I know this is for the exact product, but it doesn't have to be in your case. So all I said is recreate this exact image, use a different model, and then I gave it the exact text for the review I wanted. Now the final way you can take advantage of AI and slap it around is by using it to write your video ad script. So as you can see right here, I have this prompt, which is your professional video ad script writer, and then I gave it the exact framework I'm using. So in this case, I wanted a problem solution ad for this massager. So putting this prompt in, and you guys will have access to this if you're inside my 101 program, I generated, and here's the exact script it came up with. If you're not using this viral massager for your neck and shoulder pain, then you are missing out. Very relatable copy, the problem section, the benefits, all of this stuff is really solid. But of course, it's a little bit long, so I asked it to actually make the script shorter and more relatable, like I'm talking to a friend over FaceTime. And again, it is amazing the revisions it can do. So my neck was a mess after being on my phone and laptop all day long, and those fancy massages helped, but who has the money for that every week? Very relatable. So the script is relatable and my messaging is very concise, which is exactly how I like it. And then the final thing I like to do in my hooks is usually have a text on screen hook to get my audience's attention. So again, I gave it a few examples and Claude wrote these right here, which are so solid. So we can do POV. This little device just saved your entire neck and bank account. Slay per queen. But of course, we have a bunch of different options. Now let's go back and check on ChatGPT with that image generation, and bada bing, bada boom, 1:1 aspect ratio. This looks beautiful. Now it's a little bit professional and almost kind of clay-like. So I will say, let me just get a version of it with an iPhone 14 quality. So after doing my take a picture using an iPhone 14 or lower quality, I can't believe how goddamn realistic that photo looks. That is insane. I mean, it must be so easy nowadays to have a fake OnlyFans catfishing agency. Hey, don't get any ideas, Busta, because I'll be one of your top paying clients. Pound it. Oh, love that. But I did add a review in the next generation, and this looks amazing either as an image ad or potentially a testimonial on my product page. And that is truly the easiest way to get a product page, image ads, and video ad scripts all written in minutes using AI. But if you want access to all my video ad frameworks, image ad frameworks, and plug and play templates I use to scale my dropshipping brands to over 6 figures a month, then click the first link in the description and apply for my one-on-one coaching program, where you're not only going to get all my resources, but hands-on coaching from yours truly, where I'm going to review every single product you select, your website, and your ads to make sure you have the best chance of scaling to $1,000 a day in the next 180 days, or we coach you for free. So again, if you're interested, we only have a few spots remaining for this month. So click the link in the description, apply now, and I can't wait to make you my next success story.